Hello and welcome to PowerBITrek tutorial for DAX. In this video, we will learn about date difference and dates between time intelligence DAX in Power BI. We will see how we can create calculated columns and measures using these functions. In our previous videos, we learned about first date and last date DAX functions. We have created measures to calculate the total sales amount for the first day and the last day. If you're watching this video for the first time, please do check out the previous videos of this playlist to learn more about measures and calculated columns. And also we have another two playlists for data visualization from basics to advanced, in which you will learn how you can design graphs and format the visuals using formatting options in Power BI. And we have another playlist for end-to-end Power BI dashboard design and creation, in which you will learn how to create very interactive and dynamic dashboard for a given data set. So you will find the links for these two playlists in the description box. Please do check out that. And also, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends who want to learn Power BI and data analysis. So we have another two functions, that is date difference and dates between function. So date difference function in Power BI calculates the difference between two dates based on a specified interval units such as days, months, quarters, or years. It takes three arguments, that is start date, end date, and interval. And dates between function returns a table that contains a range of dates between two specified dates. And it takes also the three arguments as dates and start date and end date. So we will see how these functions can be implemented in Power BI with practical example. So before that, let me show you what data I have loaded into Power BI for this tutorial. So I'm going to use the Superstore data set, and the sheet name is orders. And if I expand this, I'll show you what fields we have. So we have a total like sales amount, the profit amount as usual for like per country and per market we have. And let me show you the table view for this. So I'll go to the table view. So these are the columns we have. We have total sales value, quantity, discount, profit, shipping cost, and we have other fields like order ID, order date, ship date, customer ID, and so on. So we will see how we can create measure using these two functions on this data set. So let me go to the table view first. Oh, sorry, report view. And previously we saw how to create. Okay, let me just minimize this. And this is the financial data that we used in our previous videos. And so we learned about how to calculate the current MTD, QTD, and YTD values, and also for previous period and same period last year. And we have seen how to calculate the total sales amount for the first day, and first day of your date column and the last day of your date column. So please do check out the previous video of this playlist so that you'll get a fair idea how to calculate these values. So for now, we will see how to use these two functions in our data on our data set. So I'll just expand this order table that we have. And we have two dates, that is one order date and shipping date. So I'll just show you in the table view. So we have a order date and shipping date. And suppose you have this kind of data in your data set, and if you want to calculate the number of days it took for each order to be shipped, so we can calculate that using the date difference function. We can just use these two columns to calculate the difference between the two dates, and we can specify the intervals, like such as if you want to look at the days, number of days, how many days it took to ship the product, or you can go with the month level and quarter level as well as year. So we will do how we can create these columns using these two uh, uh, using the date difference function. So let me go ahead and create a new column for this. So, and we can apply the formula there. So I just create a new column, and we will name this as shipment duration. And I will use the date difference function. So I'll use here date difference. So here, if you see here that it returns the number of units specified in interval between the input two dates. So the first argument will be the date. So I will put this as a order date. So I'll just give the order date, and we have to give the second argument as shipment date. So I'll just put the ship date, and we have to specify the interval. Let's see, we want to see the number of days, how many days it took to ship the product. So I'll use the day. You can see these terms like can look at the hour, minutes, month, quarter, second, week, year. So I'll just use the day here as an interval, and I'll just close this and just hit it. So we have created a new column using the date difference functions, and we calculated the difference between two dates, that is order date and ship date. And if you see, we have almost 5 days. The first value shows the 5 days, and if you look at the dates here, that is 19th of November 2023 and 24th November 20 sorry 19th of November 2013 and 24th of November 2013. So we have almost 5 days of gap here between these two dates. So it is showing the correct results, that is 5 days. So this is how you can create the like you can calculate the difference between two dates. You can create the calculated column if you have dates like order date or ship date or any kind of data. If you want to see the difference in two dates, so you can calculate that in number of days or number of months, number of years, if you have data in that format. So we can just try around this function with other intervals and look at the results. We will see the other DAX function, that is dates between, how we can create the measure using that function, and how we can calculate the total sales or profit for the certain time period. So let me go to the this report view, and so the dates between function returns the table that contains range of dates between two specified dates. And suppose if you want to calculate we have a sales amount here, the sales column, and profit column as well here. So let's say, suppose you want to calculate the total sales amount for a specific date range, and for that you can use the dates between function to filter the sales data within that range. So let's create a new measure for this. So I'll just open the Excel sheet so that we can mark some time range and we can calculate that total sales for that particular time range. So let me go ahead and open that Excel sheet. So I already marked the ship order date and ship date here and the sales amount. And I already sorted this data from like beginning to the end. So we have from 1st of January 2020, 2012 orders, and we have a sales values here. So suppose you want to calculate the total sales till what date? Okay, so from 1st to 4th of January, only the four day sales. If you want to calculate from 1st January 2012 to 4th January 2012. I'll just mark this one so that. So in this time range, if you want to calculate the total sales amount, we can do that using the dates between function. So let me just create a new. So for this, we will create a measure, not a column. So I'll just create a new measure for this. I'll just open the new measure and so I'll name this as total sales first to fourth. Okay, so we'll name this measure as like this. So we have to calculate the total sales amount. So here we have a sales field. So I'll use the calculate function for this, and I will sum summarize the total sales amounts using the sum function, and I'll pass the sales say order sales field, and I'll close this one. And we have to filter out the date range what we mark. So using the dates between function. So I'll just type here dates between, and dates between function takes three arguments, that is dates, start date and end date. So we going to use the order date here, not the shipment date. So I'll pass the order date here. If you see orders order date, and then we have to um, filter the start date and the end date as an argument. So for that, to enter the date value, we will use the date function for this, and I'll just type date here. You see date, and uh, date function takes three arguments in the format, that is year, month, and day. So the in our case, the year is 2012, comma month is January, that is first. Then we have 1st of Jan. Okay, and it is asking the end date now, so we have to put the end date. So for that, again I will use the date function. Similarly, we have to mark the end date. So year should be 2020 2012, month should be 1, and our day should be 4th. So we are calculating the total sales from 1st January to 4th January. So I'll use this 4th Jan, and I'll just close this one, this, close everything. So this formula should return us the total sum of sales between 1st of January to 4th of January 2012. So I'll just hit enter, and I'll just bring this to report view, and I'll convert this to card. I'll just make this as none display units so that we have the clear value. So the total sales amount, that is in dollar, we are getting almost for the first 4 day, that is 1st of January to 4th of January 2012, 8,435 435.19. So we can validate this with our Excel sheet, what we marked the date range. So let me open the Excel sheet. So we have marked this one from the first to fourth. So let me just select this one. Okay, I will select from bottom here first. Yes. So if you see the sum, total sum, that is 8,435.19. So it's matching with the value what we calculated using the DAX function, that is dates between. So this is how you can calculate the metric or any metric for the specified time range using this dates between function. So, so I hope you understood the date difference and dates between functions in Power BI, how you can calculate the metric using these two functions. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends whoever want to learn Power BI and data analysis. Thank you.